Everybody, it's Madmaxed here with another raid video, and today we're going over Dark Kael. And I finally snagged him. You get him out of Doom Tower, he is your 4th champ. And you can get, as anybody knows that's done Doom Tower a lot, you get as much as 36 fragments every 4 weeks. And I've been playing about a year and a half now, so it takes you a few, it's going to take you a few weeks to even unlock Doom Tower. It's going to take you even longer to sit down and get it where you can do most of those secret rooms. Some of those secret rooms, even now, every once in a while, I just can't finish on normal. I usually do 11, sometimes I do 12. I never did anything less than 11. I haven't for a long time because I've got teams that can do it. But Dark Kael is considered to be the very best champion that you can get as far as an epic. Now, I put Relentless on him, and I'm going to use him in clan balls here and show you what he does. But the Relentless gear I've got on him isn't the best Relentless gear I've got. I mean, it's probably on Ninja, and I've got some really good one. I've got a really good set. It's on Jimbo for doing the arena and both, and I use Jimbo also in Doom Tower normal. It just really goes fast. Uh, let's take a look at his skills and what he does. All right, now the first thing you're probably going to throw is, when you make sure, is you're going to throw, especially if you use them in clan balls or on any balls, you're going to throw these 3 poisons that he's going to put out. And he's going to throw 3 poison debuffs and a 25% poison sensitivity. Now, 5% poison does 50k worth of damage to the clan balls. Now, the 25% is going to add you another 12,000 and a half, so you're going to get 62,500 points worth of damage for these. So you're getting close to 200k worth of damage just by him throwing this poison. Now, his A2 skill is going to be attacks all enemies. He places a decreased attack. I've got him booked out. Like I said, I snagged him about a week ago. I've already got him to 60, and I've already got all of his masteries done. Now, his A1 is really good because he hits 3 times, and each one of these hits, he gets a 35% chance, since he's booked out, of making sure that the poison debuffs that are on, or the HP burns, will automatically activate. So if you've got, let's say you got 6 stacks of poison up on the clan balls, because I'm going to be running bad L2. And let's say you got 6 stacks of poison. Well, you're going to get 62,500 points worth of damage for each one of those. So that's almost 500,000 points just by not counting the damage that this thing does, by just hitting him with that A1. Now, if the clan boss only has a 15% chance of critting, so if there are 2 or more poisons up just because he's on the team, he's going to take that away. The clan boss can never do crit damage. All right, so well, I guess I need to go back and look at his masteries before we get over there and just start doing bosses, but so, and you'll notice the artifact. I've got 35k worth of health. I wish I had more. His defense is 2,500. His speed is almost 200, getting close. He's got 95% crit rate. He's got 164% crit damage, and he's got over 300 accuracy. Now, the reason you really want the accuracy up, especially if you're going to use him in Doom Tower hard, because 300 accuracy is still, it's hard to get all those debuffs to land. Now, his masteries, I took the normal offensive line straight down, and that's the normal set. I mean, to get War Master up does a lot more damage for him. And then I've got the accuracy line. Got Lords of Steel up because Lords of Steel is one of the best skills you can get in the sport tree because it gives you 15% to your base stats for your artifact sets. Now, I've got his Master Hexer up, which has a 30% chance of extending one debuff cast by him. And because he casts a lot of debuffs. I've got Sniper, which increases the chance of placing any debuff from a skill or artifact set by 5%. All right, which we don't really have to worry because we got enough accuracy. We should not have any problems with that. So where he's really going to shine at is when we go in and we do like a dungeon and we do dragon. And I realize this is an OP team. And, I realize that most of you are not going to have, like, Bad L. Ninja's really good if you got him back when you got him for the freebie. And then I've got big ones on here. I don't really need anything really but Bad L. Bad L can actually solo this thing. But this is to give you an idea of how much damage he's going to do. Because with all those poisons, he is not good. I mean, the dragon doesn't like the poison. So when he goes through, and this is on any dragon, even the dragon in Doom Tower does not like the poisons. So it's not real. The A1 for this will activate when he hits somebody, but it's more better when you're only doing like one guy and a boss, because when he hits, it's going to activate that one thing. And as a mass group, it's not as good because you're only getting that A1 on one character. So it's not activating on all of them. And as you see, this is going to go pretty quick. I mean, this is about a 2-minute and 20-second run, something like that. It's a fairly fast run to go through Dragon with this. And as you see, Biggins is a great champ. He will knock down the turn meter on people. And usually they get killed before the poisons even take effect because of so much of the damage they do. And see, Bad L goes and stacks 2 poisons right off the bat. And then he activates them. Now, you've also got ninjas throwing the HP burn for 3 turns. And you notice all of his, except for one, went for 3 turns. And now we got a lot of poison stacked up. Now, when he hits that thing again, you're going to get to see how much damage he does. So I'm going to slow it down if it gets to it. And you see all those debuff duration and all that damage that he got. So in the end, he got almost as much damage as Biggins got. But it's hard to tell how much damage he would actually do by himself by that, because you got like Ninja on here. Ninja's always the big damage dealer. Now, I'm going to use him in Clan Boss. And I'm going to use him on Ultra Nightmare. If I can find him. And it should get around 25 to 30 million easily from this. And as everybody knows, it's the only thing that the Clan Boss really suffers from is HP burns and from poison. He's immune to so much of other stuff. So as you go through and you look and increase the duration of all those debuffs on him, that's important. because those poisons stay on him all the time. Now he activated them. And as you notice, we're running at about a mil on Ultra Nightmare. We're running at about 1 mil right now, a little bit under. But as Ninja goes through and he cycles through, his damage is going to go up. So we're going to start running about 1 million every turn. And then with the Ursa Warcaller here, she's going to sit down and most of the time and keep the Allied Protect up, which is one of the most excellent skills you can have in clan boss. I mean, I usually go 50 rounds on Void. I usually go 50 or 54 rounds at least on Nightmare with this team. And I would go probably even longer if I had more defense on them and more hit points. But I'm not trying to make them that tanky. I'm trying to get, they're really fast. I'm trying to get in as much damage I can get in those 50 turns. Because after 50 turns, if somebody dies, you cannot rest those people. So the idea is, let me get the damage in and let me get out of the way. You know, and if I can get 1.5 million points in every round for 50 rounds, I got 75 million points. So I've not used him in Clan Boss since I got him maxed out. So you're getting to see how much damage he's going to do, just like I'm fixing to get to see how much damage he's going to do. And this is going to take a little bit of while because they're going to go probably 40 rounds or 35 rounds, something like that. But actually, she's one of the best champs you can get for a clan boss, because if everybody is tuned right, which Arbitra's not because I use her in arena, but if everybody is tuned right as far as the timing, then the Allied Protect will be on everybody all the time. And you know, so she's always able to revive anybody that gets down after the 30-something turns. And you know, but the problem with it is usually she's the one that dies first because she is so fast. But all that speed also helps with getting those attacks up all the time. And you know, those 50% increased attacks help Ninja a great deal. See, we're a little bit under 1 million points a turn right now. It's easily going to go about 30 turns or so. So, I mean, I should be able to get between 30 and 35 turns easily. And hopefully Ninja will start picking up on his damage here pretty soon, because it takes several turns for him to actually get his damage up. Because he has to cycle through every one of his skills, and he has to do that 10 times to be able to get his damage up. And since he has 3 skills, and that's one reason I have Relentless on him, to actually speed that up a little bit. Now, as you see, he's starting to hit a little harder too. After the 20th turn, he starts getting more damage in him. But this is strictly an auto tune. I mean, it's all set. And like I said, if I would time Arbiter better, I'd have much more damage from it. But Bad L basically will keep everybody healed up fairly well. I mean, you know, he's got those two 15% for 2 turns. So he's going to heal 30% every time. And as you notice, Bad L's lost a pretty good bit of hit points already. You know, and then he's building back up, but his hit points are going down where Ninja doesn't get damage, because Ninja he's not going to get the stun damage for one thing. And even when he doesn't get the stun damage, even though he probably has a little bit less defense than even Dark Kael does, the thing about Ninja is he's under that perfect veil most of the time. That perfect veil, it takes off 15% of the damage, which helps a great deal. And see, now he just wiped out almost everybody, but that's what you have Arbiter for. Arbiter brought everybody back up, and now, of course, he targeted that because it was not under a veil. And of course, you know, if you were sit down now and I started just actually manualing this, I could keep them alive a lot easier because I could res them at the right times and then place the increase attack zone so they could get the increased attacks up. Probably, yep, she going down. But you've got 25 mil out of this, and that's on a purely auto. That's an easy 3-turn key for Ultra Nightmare with this group. And if I'd actually manual the last probably, you know, 7 or 8 rounds, I could have got probably around 30 mil out of this, maybe a little bit more. But that's Bad Kael. That's Dark Kael. He's a great champ to have, and I would probably go through maybe later on, and I'd probably get the Relentless gear off from him, and I would probably put something else on that would give him a little bit more tankier of a build, because he's only got 2,500 defense and his hit points are only 35. And so, you know, but that's some of the best gear I've got as far as Relentless, you know, to get him up, because Relentless, you can never hardly ever get a Lego piece of this. The legendary just doesn't hardly happen. You know, you get this out of Spider. I've won a bunch of Spider rounds, but you know, you can't get that. But guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up and remember to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.